thought my husband's final letter was a message of love. Instead, it led me to a secret that shattered my life and forced me to make a choice no wife should ever face. But what shocked me the most wasn't the betrayal. It was what I found buried under our bed. When Daniel died, it felt like the earth folded in on itself. He was my husband of 7 years, my college sweetheart, my anchor. The calm to my chaos. Pancreatic cancer took him fast, too fast. 3 months after the diagnosis, I was planning a funeral instead of our anniversary. The funeral was beautiful, in the most horrifying way. He'd somehow planned it all in advance. The music, the flowers, the photos, even a final letter, read aloud by the minister. To my darling Ava, love is eternal. I'll always be with you. I clung to those words like a lifeline. I would wake up gasping, hoping I could find him just one more time in a dream. The silence in our home was suffocating. A week later, I found a sealed envelope taped to the bottom of his favorite novel. It said, "Only open when you're ready." Inside, a key and a note. In Daniel's handwriting. "Go to the lake house. There's something I need to tell you, something you deserve to know." Lake house? We never had a lake house. I turned the note over. On the back, GPS coordinates. I stared at it for an hour, numb. Then I grabbed my coat and drove. 3 hours out of the city, through winding back roads and autumn fog. It was real. A small, quiet cottage tucked behind weeping trees and overgrown brush. The key fit the door. Inside. The air was warm. The kitchen smelled like cinnamon, and everything was clean. Lived in. There were fresh groceries in the fridge, 2 toothbrushes by the sink, men's clothes, and women's clothes too. Not mine. I thought I was going to throw up. Then I saw the photos, dozens of them. Daniel smiling with a woman I'd never seen before, and a little girl, maybe 6 years old. Blonde curls, big eyes. Daniel held her like she was his world. I dropped the photo. The frame cracked against the hardwood floor. My knees gave out. Daniel had a secret family. The front door creaked open behind me. She stood there, calm, like she'd expected me. "You're Ava," she said gently. "He told me you might come." Her name was Rachel. She offered me tea. I couldn't even speak. Instead, she handed me a letter. Another one. From Daniel. "I know you're in pain. I never meant for it to be like this. Rachel and I, it started during one of our breaks. I didn't plan to fall in love again, but I never stopped loving you either. Lila is my daughter. I couldn't leave her without a father. I thought I could do right by everyone. And I failed. I lied to both of you. I'm sorry, Ava. I really, truly am." I was frozen, like my entire body was holding its breath. He had built a second life, loved 2 women, raised a child behind my back, and now he was gone, and I had to decide what to do with the truth. Rachel looked just as broken as I did. "He didn't just support us emotionally," she said. "He paid for Lila's school, our house, groceries. If this comes out, we lose everything. The will, it's all under your name. I was the legal wife, the sole heir, the house, the savings, the pension. Everything was mine. But they had his daughter, his blood. I hated him, and I still loved him. That was the part that hurt the most. For weeks, I didn't sleep. I cried in the shower. I screamed into pillows. I talked to photos like they could answer, and sometimes, in dreams, I swear I heard his voice. Please protect her. So I made a decision I never thought I'd make. I gave them half, quietly. No press, no lawyers, no police. Just dignity. Rachel cried when I handed her the documents. "He always said you were good," she whispered. "I'm sorry you had to find out this way." I tried to move on, but 2 months later, my sister called. "Ava, I need you to see something." She'd hired a private investigator behind my back. She never bought the cancer story. "The autopsy was forged," she said. "No toxicology, no real cause of death. Someone paid off the coroner." I laughed, because what else could I do? Then she sent the photo, a hotel security cam, dated last week, grainy, blurry, but it was him, Daniel, alive, beard, longer hair, sunglasses, holding Lila's hand, kissing Rachel in the hotel lobby. In Argentina, I dropped my phone. I screamed so loud the neighbors knocked on the door. He faked it. All of it. I turned the house upside down, desperate for answers. I barely ate. I didn't sleep. And then, I remembered something strange. The last thing he ever said to me, 2 days before he died. "Whatever happens, don't move the bed, okay? Bad back." My heart stopped. I moved the bed, pulled up the boards underneath. There was a metal lockbox. Inside, a burner phone, and a memory card. I loaded it on my laptop. Videos, dozens of them. Daniel, rehearsing his final letter, practicing how to cry. Rewriting lines. Too emotional. Let's try again. Make it sound more tragic. He was acting, directing himself, over and over. The funeral? Scripted. The closed casket. Never opened. The money. Transferred offshore. In my name, so it couldn't be traced back to him. He used me. He used my grief as camouflage. I turned everything over to the authorities. Interpol opened a case. But by the time they raided the lake house, Rachel and Lila were gone. So was Daniel. Interpol says he's a con man, a professional manipulator, 3 aliases, 2 other wives. Millions stolen, but I don't care what they call him. To me, he's the man who taught me how to love, and then used that love to destroy me. So Daniel, if you're watching this, I hope the next time you fake your death, you remember what it felt like to be truly loved, because you'll never feel it again. Some stories are true, some stories are twisted, and some are both.